$33 billion vanished overnight, and the people who lost it never saw it coming. Not the employees, not the investors, not even the government. Everyone trusted them, everyone believed them, and that was exactly what they were counting on. This is the story of Enron, the most audacious corporate fraud in American history. And it didn't happen in the shadows. It happened in plain sight, in front of everyone, while the whole world was watching. Houston, Texas, 1985. Two energy companies merge. Nothing special, nothing remarkable, just another corporate deal in a city full of oil and money. But the man running it is not ordinary. Kenneth Lay is charming, visionary, and politically connected. He has friends in the White House, he has friends everywhere, and he has a dream to turn a boring pipeline company into something the world has never seen before. And for a while, it works. Through the late 1980s and into the 1990s, Enron grows fast, then faster. They move beyond pipelines and start trading electricity, natural gas, and then things that don't even exist yet. Bandwidth, weather derivatives, financial products so complex that almost nobody understands them. And that is the point. If nobody understands it, nobody can question it. Jeff Skilling arrives in 1990. Harvard MBA, razor sharp, ruthless. He brings with him an idea that will change everything. Mark-to-market accounting. It sounds boring, but it is anything but. Instead of recording profits when money actually arrives, Enron can record profits the moment a deal is signed, even if no money has moved, even if no money ever will. On paper, they are printing gold. In reality, they are printing air. The numbers look incredible, every quarter better than the last. Analysts love them. Wall Street loves them. The stock price soars. By the late 1990s, Enron is worth $70 billion, named America's most innovative company by Fortune magazine 6 years in a row. The press calls Skilling a genius. They call Lay a visionary. They call Enron the future. But behind the glass towers and the tailored suits, something is very wrong. Andrew Fastow is the chief financial officer. Quiet, methodical, the architect of the darkness. While Skilling dazzles the outside world, Fastow is building a maze inside. Special purpose entities, shell companies with names like LJM and Raptor, designed specifically to hide debt and move losses off Enron's books, to make the company look healthier than it is. Hundreds of them. A labyrinth of fraud so intricate that even the people inside Enron don't fully understand it. And the auditors, Arthur Andersen, one of the most respected accounting firms on the planet, signs off on everything every single year. They ask questions, they get answers, and they move on. Later, investigators will wonder whether they were blind or simply looking away. The employees have no idea. Thousands of them, working hard, believing in the company, putting their retirement savings into Enron stock because the executives tell them it's safe, because the stock keeps going up, because everything looks perfect. It is the year 2000 and Enron stock hits $90 a share. The executives are selling quietly, carefully, in ways designed not to trigger suspicion. Skilling sells, Lay sells, Fastow sells. They can see the cracks that nobody else can see, and they are getting out before the walls come down. Then comes the moment that changes everything. In March 2001, a writer at Fortune magazine named Bethany McLean asks one simple question. How exactly does Enron make its money? The question sounds naive, but it isn't. It is the question nobody thought to ask. Enron's response is aggressive. Skilling calls her unethical, executives fly to New York to pressure her editors. But the question is already out there, and questions like that don't go away. In August 2001, Skilling resigns suddenly without clear explanation. He says it's personal and nobody believes him. The stock begins to slide, and then in October, the dam breaks. Enron announces a massive write-down, hundreds of millions in losses that were never supposed to be visible. The SEC launches an investigation. Fasto's shell companies are exposed, the maze collapses, and what's inside is horrifying. Within weeks, Enron's stock crashes from $90 to less than $1. On December 2nd, 2001, Enron files for bankruptcy. At the time, the largest corporate bankruptcy in American history. 20,000 employees lose their jobs overnight. Their retirement savings are gone because it was tied to Enron's stock. The stock the executives told them was safe, while secretly selling their own shares. The human toll is staggering. People who worked 30 years lose everything. Pensioners who trusted the system are left with nothing. One former employee said she felt stupid, said she should have known. She didn't know. None of them knew because they were never supposed to know. The courtroom comes next. Fasto pleads guilty and cooperates with prosecutors, becoming the key witness. Skilling is convicted on 19 counts of fraud and conspiracy and sentenced to 24 years in prison. Kenneth Lay is convicted too, but dies of a heart attack before sentencing, before spending a single day behind bars. Arthur Andersen surrenders its accounting license, and 85,000 employees worldwide lose their jobs, not because of what they did, but because of what the firm allowed to happen at the top. The ripple effects reach everywhere. Congress passes the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, new regulations designed to make sure this never happens again. And yet it does happen again, because the lesson of Enron is not really about accounting rules or auditors or shell companies. It's about something much simpler and much darker. It's about what happens when smart people decide that the rules don't apply to them, when greed becomes so normal inside a culture that nobody stops to ask if any of it is real, when an entire company, an entire industry, an entire financial system looks at something and chooses not to see it because seeing it would be inconvenient, because the money is too good, because the story is too beautiful to question. Enron didn't fail because of one bad person. It failed because of a system that rewarded performance over truth, ambition over integrity, and the appearance of success over success itself. And here is the question that stays with you long after the lights go out. If Enron could fool Wall Street, the government, the press, and 20,000 of its own employees for nearly a decade, what else is out there right now that nobody is asking the right questions about?